Hey loves, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is THULISILE KOLWENI and thank you so much for clicking the video and watching it. In today's video, I am going to be using one brand, which is Blackup. And without wasting any more of your time, let's get into the video. I'm going to start off and apply the Elizabeth Arden 8-hour cream for my face, and then I'm gonna use the Blackup number 2 brow gel that comes with a brush just to do my eyebrows. So that's what I'm quickly doing. I'm trying to run away from making my brows too dark, so this method does work if I don't put a lot of product on the brush. Then I'm gonna go ahead and use their concealer. It's a color correcting concealer, and their brush as well, which is a concealer brush. And then I am gonna apply the concealer under my brows just to define my brows and make them look more neat and concealed. I'm actually running out of my concealer. I'm gonna need to go get it when all of this is over. This is actually a video that I also have on my IGTV, but on my IGTV there is no audio like the one I'm doing right now, so I thought might as well just post it on my YouTube as well. It is important that you blend in your concealer. What I'm going to do now is apply the concealer on my lid just to correct imperfections, and then I'm going to use my Blackup beauty blender or contouring sponge just to blend that nicely. And now because I want my concealer to be more nicer and more intense and vibrant, I'm not gonna use a powder to set that concealer there. I'm just gonna leave it like that because I want the color to be more intense. And now I am using the brown palette. You can also it's also called the Nude Palette from Blackup, and I am using that shade as my transition color. And it is also important that you blend that in. I am also using their Blackup brush, which is, I just use one brush. That brush is actually for blending. I don't use too many brushes. And now I'm just putting another color, which is more pink, on my lid. And yeah, so it is very important that you also blend that very nicely. As you can see, guys, the motion that I am using applying this color, I am not using the motion I used before. I am like tabbing into it because what I'm trying to do is avoid the fallout. I did notice that there is a little bit of fallout on the eyeshadow. I don't know if it's because it's a matte shade or what, but yeah, I put on now the full foundation from Blackup as well, and I'm using also the flat brush, which is very important because it's good for applying the foundation that I'm using because it's a full coverage brush to apply the foundation. And now, as you can see, the foundation is very like orange on me, but it actually does tend to adapt into my skin and blend in. Not bad. I mean, it's not bad. Like when I first put it on, I was like, ooh, but you know, it's not that bad. And please don't be shy to go like a little bit under your chin, like around your neck, just to make sure that it's blended in and it's even. The coverage is amazing on this foundation. I have a video up on my channel as well. I think it was my first video when I review this foundation. It's amazing. I'm just going in now and applying I'm applying concealer because I'm highlighting my face, because girl has to have a proper contour, okay? Like We need to kill the contour in this game, honey. So that's what I'm doing, and then I'm going back and using my beauty blender from Black Up, which is amazing. I love the beauty blender. Oh, I need to get a new one, in fact. Yeah, so I am actually blending that in. I'm actually not gonna use a translucent powder because I have a very dry skin, guys, so I'm trying to be too matte because the foundation does tend to be matte, even though it does give you a nice dewy finish, but it does give you also it's also mattifying, so I'm not trying to do that. And then I'm using their foundation stick, which I'm using their contouring stick. I think this is in the shade number 4, if number 5, if I'm not mistaken. And I'm blending in with also their brush, which is like a toothbrush, which I love this brush. It's amazing also for applying a full coverage foundation. And it's important, guys, that you blend that in so that you don't have any harsh lines. So that's what I'm doing there, just making sure that it's all blended nice, clean and proper. And then you can always, if you feel like you have moved the other product, you can also go back and just blend it in very nicely. So yeah, like I said, guys, it's important that you blend that contour so that you don't have any harsh lines, because it's not flattering when it's all up. You can see the lines. So now I'm going back with my nude palette. I'm going with the darker shade just on my lower lash line, just to make it more defined and intense. And yeah, and also, guys, blending when it comes to makeup, I don't care if it's foundation or anything, you need to make sure that it's blended in nicely. And yeah, make sure that you avoid all the harsh lines. And if you feel like you need to conceal, use a concealer and just clean that up. And now I am going ahead and just wiping my hand with the Clicks wipes. What I'm gonna do now is apply the Black Up liquid liner. It's in black, guys. It seems like I am running out of almost everything, because wow, this quarantine, I need to like go and like replenish a lot of my makeup stuff. But yeah, that's what I'm doing. There are different methods, obviously. Whatever works for you in applying an eyeliner, do that. This is what works for me, and yeah, may not be how everyone else, it's either they go from the outer corner and all that. So I'm gonna go ahead and use, I believe this is NBL 12, and that's the Black Up blush. And I'm using my contouring brush from Black Up as well. It's actually a contouring brush for their powder, which I need. And guys, I'm gonna cheat a little bit because I don't have all the Black Up products. Now applying my Revlon Ultimate All-in-One mascara, which I love, but I have to say that it does tend to fall out. I don't know if I'm hoping I'm making sense, but it does. You do get a little bit of fallout from the mascara. And what I like as well is use the color correcting concealer from Black Up, just the lighter shade. Just put it underneath my brows, because it's lighter. It kind of like lifts up my brows and make them more, I don't know, contoured, if that's the word. And I'm explaining now that I'm not gonna use the powder because I'm too matte, and I'm using now the Jennie Jenkins highlighter, which I love very much. Like Black Up, guys, I feel like Black Up is, the pigment is amazing. I'm using the Jennie Jenkins highlighter. It's a palette highlighter. It's amazing, guys. You can use it for eyeshadow. Obviously it's a highlighter, so it really is amazing. and I also put highlighter there just to lift up my brows. I use different shades for different reasons, and yeah, it is amazing. The highlight is amazing. And I'm using the Jumbo 19 matte lipstick. I know I apply lipstick very different than everyone else, but that's what works for me, honey. And highlighter on your cubic bone, honey, you must. Then I'm gonna use the setting spray from Uso. It's actually a South African dermatologist. There we go. Thank you.